getting ready to contest the 3,000-meter steeplechase. And here's who we are focusing on to begin with, Anthony Rotich.
Quite a young man, doing very well academically down there. He decided this summer to stay in the United States at UTEP and continue his schooling. He's got a 3.58 academic average there. And
he is a civil engineering major, a tough major. Here's his competition.
Well, among the athletes here, there's a host of them that are running the 8:30s or low 8:40s, and Mason Furlick is somebody to keep an eye on here from the Big Ten. Has run very well this year, and he too, along with Rotich, an outstanding academic student. He's National Honor Society coming into the college from high school. Stanley Kabene, the SEC champion outdoors, as you see, and his comeback really has been from mononucleosis and an injury during the indoor season.
7.5 laps in the men's steeple. You've got 28 barriers to clear plus 7 water barriers, but they won't try to clear a water barrier until that second lap.
Well, this story I've told a few times, but certainly not every time we've watched this event. And for the listeners that don't know it, this was one of the events that they brought into the sport of track and field in the 1860s when they were putting a whole event together to come to for the sport. And it was done in England, early meets, Oxford and Cambridge. And one event they had in England was cross-country running, and they would run from village to village, and they would do it through the woods and so forth, and paths and trails and so forth. And they would jump over stone hedges and cross streams and do all that type of stuff. And they would pick it from one village to the next, and the center that they would go for was the town church and the steeple. So hence the name came of 3,000-meter steeplechase running when they decided to include in the track and field list of events something to simulate cross-country running.
Yeah, when you say cross-country, they literally ran cross-country.
They did.
But I did not know the steeple story there. That's a good one. And there's the first water jump. Kabene of Arkansas slightly ahead of Kabichi of Louisville. King of Virginia is in there now. Kyle King from the University of Virginia, the ACC steeple champion. Oregon has 2 runners in this event, make it 3, excuse me, so there's a chance for the Ducks to add to their point total.
On that point coming into this event, even before it, Oregon's distance runners with head coach Andy Powell feeling very proud of his men have amassed 44 points of Oregon's total so far, even before points are tallied from this event.
Kabene has taken back the lead, but again, they're bunched up. As he is joined up in front by King of Virginia. Rotich is also in that lead pack.
This is a fairly slow pace for the men. 68 seconds plus and 70.5 seconds for these first 2 laps.
Well, we've got about 6 laps to go. So, Larry, give us an update on some field events, the javelin and the shot put.
4¼ inches. Steeplechase pace really slow. They're under 9 minutes, but not way under unless things really pick up. 68 flat for that lap.
You saw Rotich and Kabene in your screen. As they come through that water jump.
Sam, based on past performances, he's happy. This guy is Rotich. Anthony Rotich is the indoor NCAA mile champion. He's got superb speed. If they want to go slowly, he's happy. He pulls up next to Kabene and in effect makes it a little more difficult for people to go around.
Rotich is a nominee for the Bowerman Award, which is presented to the outstanding collegiate track and field athlete each year, similar to the Heisman in football.
And it's a men's and women's honor that they get. And obviously his academics I touched on will help as well.
Rotich, Kabene, and now Heiselberg of Kentucky up in the front 3, and Furlick of Michigan has moved up as well into 4th.
The story that got me laughing about Rotich, he said he said back before I came to college, he said I was running and I was very fit. He said, and you have cattle here for your beef that you use, and we have a variety of things. We have cattle in our country as well, but we also have antelope. And he said, I decided to see if I could run down one of the antelope that was on our property. And he said they don't have sweat glands like we do, and can't perspire as easily. And the guy interviewing him said, well, what happened? He said, I got him. He said, how long did it take? And Rotich smiled and said, it took between an hour and 2 hours for me to catch him, but I got him.
Until he pulled out the gun, right? Left that part out. I'm just kidding. That is Rotich Kebene up front right now. And a reminder that coverage of NCAA championships will continue tomorrow with the Men's College World Series at 3 Eastern on ESPN2. For more information on NCAA Men's College World Series, among other championships, log on to NCAA.com, the official online for all 89 NCAA championships. We are at the Outdoor Track and Field Championships in Eugene, Oregon. Historic Hayward Field, the host here, as we are contesting the men's 3,000 steeplechase. We're about halfway finished with the overall competition, which will culminate with the crowning of the men's and women's national team champions.
Pace has picked up a little bit, 68 flat they're running at the moment, and they're beginning to pull away here steadily. They're down to about an 8-minute and 40-second pace. We'll see what kind of speed they show as we have 2 laps to go here. 28 hurdles, 7 water jumps. The barrier's 3 feet high.
Rotich is out in front. He's trying to become the first 2-time champion in this event since Daniel Lincoln of Arkansas won 3 straight titles from 2001 to 2003.
Lincoln, now a medical doctor, and had just a tremendous career down there in Arkansas. Came in and as a miler into Arkansas and switched over to this event. Kebene had mononucleosis and had an injury as well that set him back and had him out for quite a while. He wasn't running well, and the coaches decided to just give him obviously some time off till he recovered, and he's come back very well.
Kebene finished 3rd last year in this event. It's really a 2-man race. They have separated themselves from the field by a wide margin. At the moment, it is Rotich leading Kebene.
Rotich's lifetime best, 8 minutes and 21 seconds in this event. Great time. Kebene has done 8:24 a year ago.
Coming up on the final lap.
Each lap here, because the water jump is inside and not on the outside of the track, is about 392 meters long.
Kebene still drafting.
And doing very well here. He looks excellent.
Kebene starting to make a slight move over to the right. Rotich trying to pull away, perhaps consensing. Not a good jump there by Rotich, and Kebene is taking advantage of it.
65 seconds last lap. Wow, they both hurdled it to try and get an edge there, just to speed things up.
They will have one more barrier to clear down the home stretch. Rotich in the orange, Kebene in the white.
Oh!
And Kebene goes down hard, and so Rotich is going to win the steeple. Rotich has just become the first man to win this event back-to-back times since 2003. And second place goes to Kebene after that fall. And it looked like it was going to be such a promising finish. And Kebene falling on that last barrier basically hands the title to Rotich.
Well, these guys know each other. And Kebene needs to push early with Rotich's speed shown by winning an NCAA championship in the mile. And watch him just clear the jump. They hurdle him. You have to anticipate about 7 steps out. Am I able to go over this barrier cleanly? Do I have to mince my steps? And that's what Kebene had to do. He wasn't in sync to stride fully to the barrier. Took shorter strides and got too close to the barrier.
And with that slip, Rotich crosses the finish line easily as the champion and becomes the first runner in NCAA Division I history to win both the indoor mile and the 3,000 steeplechase in the same academic year. And Rotich, our champion. Cabene finishes second, and Heiselberg of Eastern Kentucky with a surprising third-place finish. And it is Anthony Rotich standing by with Joe Montgomery.
Sam, thank you so much. He just said that was a really hard race. Why?
The guy from Arkansas Stanley. We have been running together for about 4 years right now. And every time we run together, it's always a competition. And I really like it. Last year we were running together, and the same thing was happening. Really competition, yeah.
Since you guys run together so much, what does it feel in your mind going this last down home stretch, coming here, and you can hear him on your shoulder?
Yeah, I was hearing him coming on my shoulder, but I tried as much as possible to push. And then when we came to the last part, I don't know what happened, because even me, I started exchanging my legs. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.